I believe our group's combined efforts are in direct accordance with the plan.
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order.
Appreciate your facilitations.
Congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Calcaduceus has been returned, and that the Archive is well and truly under our control again. She also mentioned a defect in its priority set, causing it to speak irrationally, installed by one of its previous occupiers. Pity you were not able to resolve this issue. Your role in this matter is complete. Auntie and I will handle it from here. But allow me to commend you again on your fruitful efforts to make this peace treaty possible. We studied the data you brought back from the crashed satellite, and we now have a way to reorient the satellites en masse from a Protectorate installation, Oris Listening Post. Turning the entirety of the reticulum toward deep space will accelerate our understanding of the universe, and ideally lead us to stronger conclusions regarding how to stop the rifts. The Order, in partnership with Auntie's Choice, is now well positioned to triumph over the regressive forces of ignorance that have heretofore held Arcadia in stasis, all thanks to you. Then it is fortunate that you are so well placed to do exactly that, with the Order's help. As if predetermined, your contributions have been many and varied, and I will not belabor the point by recounting them all here. But know this, when the final contest with the Protectorate takes place, wherever that may occur, you will have the full support of the Order and Auntie's Choice. I will, of course, organize our forces from here.
Hello, stranger. Mercenary. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Any undue rage you note in my tone is not at all related to the recent coup in my beloved Protectorate. I do so dearly love residing in a nest of traitors, waiting for them to capitulate, unable to aid my fellows at home. It is truly a wonderful feeling. The Consul is the worst traitor of all! In short, no. No, the Order must capitulate to the Sovereign. Only execution awaits the Consul, and all others shall regain their senses. All this is beyond my purview, I remind myself. I must remain focused on the Order. Listen, you. The Protectorate does not do delegation. The Protectorate has a will that must be upheld. My presence here is a display of more faith than these fools deserve. Niceties are irrelevant, and likely detrimental to the task at hand. I am here to make the Order see the error of their ways. All other particulates are frivolous. I've proudly served the Protectorate my whole life. Now look at it. Traitors from without, traitors from within. It's enough to make an old man despair. That Consul, I never trusted that miserable bastard. His betrayal is so galling, I'd almost care to join the armed forces to bring him to justice myself. But my hands quaver with age, and the Sovereign has tasked me with my own duty. I must see it to completion before all else. I am not just anyone. The duty of a liaison is of the utmost importance, requiring due diligence and delicacy. Though I suppose it a mite strange that this task fell to me, as I'd urge the vehement tanning of any wayward body bent on disrespecting the Protectorate, which would now include the Protectorate at large. Madness, slandering my beloved Sovereign, following that feckless consul, makes my blood boil. I fear it is not so simple. Though many within the Protectorate still trusted their leaders, a growing minority had begun to question their Sovereign. They argued the losses we've suffered would not have happened if he could truly lead, that his father would not have allowed this to happen. Pah! Anyone who didn't side with the Sovereign will pay, sooner or later. You may count on it. Hate is an inaccurate phrase. I find them arrogant and exasperating. Without the Protectorate, this little organization would have no holdings to squat in. I am here because the Sovereign has tasked me with bringing these wayward, pretentious toddlers back into the Protectorate fold. Unfortunately, my time here has taught me that only mass death has the power to change the local hearts and minds. Perhaps enough will be alive to save afterwards. If my younger self could see me now, exchanging pleasantries with a mercenary in the heart of a nest of traitors. Were my life a serial, I'd say it was a mite contrived.
The corporate stooges and the Order were good for only one thing, laying waste to one another. Now they are allies? I'm disturbed by the implications of this alliance. But the Protectorate will yet prevail. Mark my words. I did, yes. Quite the risky move, considering how readily it could attract the Consul's attention. I suppose he considered it worthwhile. His message was rather astonishing. It's difficult to comprehend living so thoroughly for another as he so claimed to be. Not to mention, utterly blasphemous. But it all must have been more difficult for him than I even realized. I hope he finds himself someday. Perhaps, once he does, the two of us shall meet again.
If x is the square root of -1, and you distribute the two... May the...
Figures that after all our time avoiding rifts, our next mission has us heading right toward one. But that suits me fine. You know I can't go a day without attempting some heroics in the face of danger. Soon as you're ready to travel there, I'll be standing alongside you.
Commander.
Never thought I'd see the day the Order stoops so low as to pal around with Auntie's choice. I know your intentions were good, but do you really see these two staying cozy past war's end? True, and that's no small consolation. This merger, however temporary, will save lives. No buts about it. You did good, Commander. Oh yeah? What's needling you? Whatever you need, Commander. Just name it.
The termination of hostilities between the Order and Auntie's Choice has elicited a response from the Protectorate. The official statement reads, "The Order continues to show its perfidy through this depraved union with Arcadia's invaders. Death to all traitors. Glory to the Protectorate." It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. Unfortunately, this is not possible due to several factors, including but not limited to the absence of a very large net. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
Is this his idea of demonstrating might? Hell of a way to do it.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning. The Rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the Rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony. While the Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces to assist you in intercepting the modulator, it will take time for them to navigate the station. It seems Agent DeVries is also here, Commander. She sent word that she, quote, knew you wouldn't be able to stay away either, and is ready to finish what she started. End quote.
Oh, good. I love when more complications are added to the pile. I can handle them with ease, Commander. Just say the word.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
Now's not really the time for a chat. You need something?
Soon the Consul will answer for his many, many crimes. I have looked forward to this for a long, long time.
Just waiting on your orders, Commander. Whenever you're ready.
The Rift. This close, it's terrifying. I can't believe I ever convinced myself otherwise.
Now's not the time for a tete-a-tete, I'm
This
afraid.
unit recommends prioritizing the mission at this time.
As if the rift's not there easy enough? Something about those soldiers up ahead's got my spine tingling.
That must be the Providence. Were it in other hands, I can imagine the real good it could do.
Everything's broken here. Wires, twisted, landing pad, dirty.
Being back here feels like straying into a dream. The bad kind.
You need anyone to pinch you? You just let me know. You ain't alone in this.
my lamps at a hospital.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Distraction for you. N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning. N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
I can't imagine a worse fate than forever hanging between life and death. This station's a never-ending mess. Good thing we've got our own rift modulator to help us navigate.
Attention! This is your Auntie calling. Per our agreement, Auntie's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way. Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
It couldn't be better. Not sure I trust our shield to hold it against that plasma. Let's find another way around.
We're clear.
Seems DeVries is a few steps ahead of us. That's her ship there.
Let's dismiss what the hell do you do? Got my left on an up. Waste them on your command.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
We should keep moving, Commander.
medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature's.
Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies. Give the order and I'll take care of it.
N-ray. Exposure. Automated.
On prescription. There.
Currently prospering. N-ray. Exposure. Undermated.
You want to thank you for your tactful negotiations with Auntie's Choice. Surprise. Be mindful of where you step. Chasms are everywhere.
I never could have predicted that the rift would produce something so monstrous. Much to consider.
Sounds like... Helen? No. No, it couldn't be.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Helen? It's me, Niles.
Wait, Rookie? Commander? Is that you? No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me? My skin, it's burning. I feel dizzy. Not right at all. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Oh, I had to kill them.
Oh, Helen. That's awful. But you were only defending yourself. I'd have done no different.
How do I know you won't turn against me as well? How do I know you won't come at me with murder in your eyes?
We'd like to help you, any way we still can.
You do seem like yourself, Commander. Can you tell me what's happening? I can't make much sense of things myself. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
She was alive when the rift engulfed the station. That's how she's here now. We could have saved her, Commander. We could have done something.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true. Rift. That's right. We were here to investigate rifts. So why is there one in the sky? Why is everything destroyed? What's happening to me? And Sandoval? Jepson?
It's called reconstitution. The Protectorate are trying to put the whole station back to how it was before it was destroyed. You included. But it's failing.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this.
Careful. She's already on edge.
How much time? With the way I'm bleeding out, I ain't sure how long I can hold on. Then go bring the fight to those bastards. I'll do my best to hold on.
Can't believe it's come down to leaving you. Again.
Don't look so glum, rookie. You ain't getting rid of me so easy.
Pascal? Helen? I can stay with you for a moment, if you'd like. Might help with the wait for the commander.
Yeah, all right. Maybe you can patch me up some if things take a turn. Hurry back, huh? I'll keep the porch light on. I'll just wait here, Commander. Go on.
You're the one who forged an alliance between Auntie's Choice and the Order, ain't you? We got supplies and medical support for you up ahead.
Those people, did they just appear from the rifts? They don't look right.
You with Auntie?
Hold clear.
We brought
You
supplies.
may approach,
We're here to
Commander.
help.
We've got supplies at the ready. Are you in need of any weapons, armor, or other supplies? The presiding bishop foresaw this. We are most grateful for your role in reconciling Auntie's choice and the Order. Please, take what you require. The Order of the Ascendant will be waiting in anticipation of further orders. May the numbers guide you.
Initial observations conclude that the subject is suffering from multiple ailments. Just as I predicted, you appear to have suffered some trauma. Sometimes my own accuracy troubles me so. Any treatments or supplies you may require are complimentary at the request of our presiding bishop. Very well. You should notice an improvement to your constitution imminently.
Step up and take a gander. I've got armor in all shapes and sizes for all occasions, especially this one. Such a moment calls for a once-in-a-lifetime deal, wouldn't you say? Go on, take anything you need from the stockpile. Auntie is graciously covering the bill. Remember us in the future when you're out trading bullets.
Hello. Tell me, do you feel as terrible as you look? Step right up for the most exorbitant medical care money can usually buy. I say usually because Auntie has declared a rare exception for you. Our esteemed accomplice, just for you, will cure all physical ailments on the house. Today only. No catch. Well, technically I'm barred from practicing medicine in Arcadia. Auntie herself reversed the ban since we're on a mission outside official jurisdiction. It's all a technicality. I have been fully certified by the finest. Well, no time for explanations. Do you want my help or not?
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess...
Supplies and medical attention are available to you, Commander. Please, proceed.
doesn't look at all intimidating up close. Though, I got my questions about that rover they're sending down.
Aggressors in range.
Troublemaker!
Glorious bounty for all.
Let's get him over with!
Maintaining perfection.
Couldn't the rift have brought back some janitor mechs instead?
Bridge got built fast.
Let's get to the diplomacy! N-ray. Exposure. Troublemaker approaching.
Normal as they can be, anyhow. Is that plasma in its orbit? It'll take some doing to get past it. We ought to have a look around.
This is Scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Consul. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
Well, at least we can treat his utter and complete failure as a lesson. We ought to look around for a different equation. Don't look at me. Numbers ain't in my purview. If I'm interpreting these scribbles right, I think someone had a go at solving the equation. Ain't finished, though.
Hostile ahead. What's the plan,
This is the Sovereign's office, ain't it? It reeks of overcompensating.
Wow, ain't that convenient. First nice thing the Sovereign's done for us. Just to get this equation inputted as soon as possible.
Wow. And this fool had people hanging on his every word?